Hi, I'm Tammy Fontana with All in the Family Counseling Center, Private Limited. Today I'm doing part two of emotional abuse, and it's not so straightforward. Um, One element I want to talk about, and it's not new, it was developed by transactional analysis, and different people call it different things. But one element of when you're in a relationship where, to some extent, both parties are not healthy, and there's a different degree of healthiness. A health is a continuum. Basically, what we would describe as not healthy is people are very symbiotic. They're very enmeshed, meaning I'm wanting you to take responsibility for how I feel. So we have poor boundaries, we have poor self emotional regulation. We don't understand my feelings are my problem, your feelings are your problem. And often people are not understanding the difference between feelings, facts, thoughts, and ideas. So when we have two people coming together and they tend to be quite enmeshed, meaning they kind of revolve around each other, meaning I need you to behave a certain way so that I can have a certain feeling. Often the language you might hear people saying is, you're making me feel insecure when you're on your phone, so you can't check your phone, or you need to give me access to all of your accounts because I feel insecure. I need you to let me know where you are all the time because I was cheated on and I have insecurity. These are examples of unhealthy statements that can lead to types of emotional abuse. I'm not saying that in itself is emotionally abusive, but it is controlling, because what the person is controlling for is their own sense of safety, and they don't know how to do that. So they make their partner responsible for how they feel by saying, you need to let me know where you are. You have to let me have access to all your passwords. You have to let me check into all of your email accounts. So we become more enmeshed. And this is where then we can enter into what transactional analysis called the drama triangle. So one of the hallmarks of dysfunctional relationships, unhealthiness, and that can lead down to emotional abuse is drama. And there is transactional analysis described it as drama triangle. And all of us therapists were working with this. Some people call it different things. I go by, you have a rescuer, a persecutor, and a victim. And when you enter into the drama triangle, there's no healthy way to ever have a healthy conversation. And it's very seductive, and it pulls you in. And one person will start out being the persecutor, or they may feel like they're the victim. Hey, you're making me feel insecure because I don't have access to your email and I was cheated on. So now I'm the victim and you're the persecutor. And then the person who's feeling a persecutor can feel very defensive, and then they'll start attacking back, saying, what are you talking about? I didn't do that. So this person stays the victim. And then this person shifts into, let's say, the rescuer role and says, fine, I'll give you my email passwords. And now this person who is the victim, they shift over here into the persecutor, and they're now persecuting the rescuer, and the rescuer becomes the victim. And so we just keep switching these roles. And so in some sense, people in emotionally abusive relationships are often changing roles. Both people can become abusive, both people can become victims, because the reality is one of the hallmarks that leads to emotional abuse is not having a good sense of self, the ability to take responsibility for your feelings, understanding feelings are not facts, understanding where they come from and how they work, and how to regulate them and have boundaries. And then this leads us to becoming too enmeshed with our romantic partners and wanting them to take responsibility for our feelings by changing what they do. So one of the things that I'm often working with in therapy with people, whether it's individually or with couples, is helping people to learn how to separate and become individuals, fully formed autonomous individuals who are responsible for their own feelings. They can distinguish between a feeling, a fact, a thought, and an idea. And for a lot of people, this is difficult. As I say to a lot of people, a lot of times some feelings we feel, they feel so strongly and so intensely that we feel like they're a fact. So this is one of the hallmarks of mental unhealth, is we tend to do what's called emotional reasoning, where I try and make the situation match my feelings. Of course, when I'm doing this, I don't realize I'm doing this. I think I'm dealing in facts. And so this can lead to emotionally abusive. And emotional abusive can be described as very controlling, where I want to know where you are, what you're doing. You have to check in. You have to take I won't let you do certain behaviors. I have to have things my way because I'll say I'm anxious or I'm insecure. I can use I'm cheated. So these become very controlling and can lead to a type of emotional abuse. Other times people can become very verbally aggressive, very attacking and hostile. This is another type of emotional abuse. So often though, when we have these relationships, people change roles. Both people can become abusive. Both people can become the victim. It can become very, very intense. And often these relationships start out very quickly. They'll start out with a lot of intensity and a lot of love and feeling really good. And then gradually it moves to this type of drama where I need you to be a certain way so I can feel a certain way. So they move very quickly through this period. If this sounds like something you're struggling with, or you see this as a pattern that you have in your relationships, the good news is there's help. It's a common thing I work with. It has a lot of complicated aspects and components to it. But there is a way to get more in control, to feel in control of yourself, learn how to be safe in relationships, even if you've been cheated on. There is help. If you'd like more information, please check in the link below to see how you can reach me and explore doing therapy with me. Thank you.